Okay, so our next intern is Genesis. Okay, so Genesis is majoring in dance here at QCC, and she interviewed Lena Goren. Are you going to stand? Okay. So she eventually wants to get a degree in history, and she's had an interest in the Holocaust since she took a Holocaust literature class when she was in 8th grade. So it's really impressive that that kind of stuck with her for so long. And she holds a particular interest in the access granted to Jewish refugees in the Dominican Republic. And she told me right at the beginning that she wants to one day write a book about this, which I was so impressed with. So this is.
Thank you, Marissa and Mr. Fu, for this opportunity and this internship, and all of the rest of the interns and people here. I think that in this internship, what the first thing you have to do is you have to learn about other people and learn about yourself too. This is not just like an experience that you have through one person, it's an experience you have through other people as well. My Holocaust survivor was Lena Goren, and she's going to turn 84 years old next month on the 14th.
Just a little louder, sorry.
And thinking of a person who was born on Valentine's Day, you would think that the person is full of love, and that is actually just the way she is. She was 10 years old when she had to leave her country. Her country was Greece. She was born there, and it was 1940, and she had to leave her country because the Germans had invaded. At that time, her family did not know where to go and where she would go at all. She lost her grandparents, she lost her aunts and uncles, and all her cousins. Thankfully, her brother, her sister, and her mother and father survived. 5 years into that, she had moved to the mountains, where she stayed in a little church for monks. And she said that it was only as big as a large closet in your room. It wasn't that big where you can stay and be comfortable. And it wasn't just her family of 5, it was 80 people that had left Greece to go there. And she spent 10 years there. When she turned 13, because she was a female, she started menstruating, and she thought that it was really hard for her to live that life as a female because she never heard about that. She never knew what a sanitary napkin was and how to clean yourself and how to stay alive like that. Unfortunately, because of that, everyone there, all 80 people, they actually got malaria. Fortunately, people, Gentiles, as she said, were great people to her, came and they gave her medication. After the war ended in 1945, she then moved to America with her family. In here in America, her mother was a seamstress and her father was a rabbi. Her brother later became a rabbi as well. She worked as a seamstress and she also owned a car company. What she told me was that it took courage, willingness, and determination to move forward. She said, I'm sorry. Said that it took willingness because it was very hard for her to come from a different country into a country that you didn't know. She said that she spoke Greek, Spanish, but she didn't speak English, and she spoke a little bit of French. And when she came here, no one spoke any of the languages that she spoke. So it was really hard for her to make it in this life. And she showed me that if you want anything, you have to set that goal and go for it. It's not just about, oh, like, I have to see tomorrow, I have to live for tomorrow, because today is all we have. We do live for the next day, but it's about right now, and it's about what can you do for other people now. It's not about what happened yesterday and how can that affect me. It's about I need to live today so I can move forward and tomorrow can be a better day. She showed me that if you want something, you set that goal and you aim for it. And when you succeed that goal, then you aim another goal and you keep going forward and forward and forward. Now, I thought when I first met her that I wouldn't be able to relate to her because I didn't live through a war. And I started thinking, and I said, well, a terrorist attack in 9/11, I lived through that. And even though my family wasn't affected, I know other people in my town were. And I said, maybe I can relate to her. She started telling me about her life and how she was an entertainer and how she used to sing opera. And she goes around in senior citizens' homes and synagogues and she sings. And I thought, well, I'm a dance major and I'm always studying with people who sing and dance and act. And that was one similarity. She told me that she got married and then she got divorced and remarried to a man who she really loved, and she lived with him for 10 years. She showed me wedding photos of herself and where she wore a blue dress. In the picture, I noticed that behind her was a painting, that same painting my father had gave my mother when they first got married. And I thought, this must be a sign from God telling me that people share souls. It's not just I'm a person and you're a person. We share the same soul. We have a connection. And it's not necessarily reincarnation. It's that we have a connection because we're all brothers and sisters. We both come from the same place. Even though we were born in different countries and we have different last names and different family members, we're all together and we're all united. And she also had told me that 13 years ago she competed in a beauty contest. And I know a few years ago I did a beauty contest as well. And just a bunch of similarities kept adding forward. And I sat back and I thought, she was going to turn 84 next month. And what about next year? She'll be 85. And then I'm going to be 19. And it's such a different age gap and it's such a different era that we're living in. But we have so many similarities that we can relate to each other. And it's not just about it's your life and it's my life. It's we're all together. And it's about unity. And she told me that, what is one goal that I would like to have in my life? And I sat back and I was like, I don't even know. Because the goals that she set for herself were so high that my goals looked so tiny and so puny. I'm just trying to graduate from college and she didn't even achieve that. But of all the other things she did, it doesn't complement to what I did. She said that right now she's worth over $1 million. And I believe that. She said that she owned so many businesses while she was getting older because she wanted 5 things for herself. She wanted to get married, have children, have a house, have money, and live the best life she could. She said her philosophy in life was to live life to the fullest and live life from one day to the next, not worrying about what's next to come, but what's right now. And I think that that's what she wants me to teach everyone else when she passes and when she continues to live on in a different life in a different place. And I feel that even though we don't believe in reincarnation, that people do make an impact in our lives. And different souls have different impacts on everyone. And if one person can make a difference in my life, then I can make a difference in someone else's. And it will continue forward and forward and forward. And that is the message I give to you today.